Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions and betcast. Another very beautiful Tuesday morning, and once again, we are back with our predictions as usual. All right, we will always look at football matches going on across the globe, and we select a few of these matches that are going on and look into them thoroughly. Also judging with the stats that they have in recent times. The previous results. That's what we use to come up with our verdicts for each of these matches that are going on. Okay, and that's exactly what we're going to do in a short while. Yesterday we had 5 games that we predicted here, and we had 4 of them coming out correctly. So the likes of Liverpool with a very big odd, and we saw the winning that very much on that very occasion. All right, that's what we do, and hopefully we're going to have another very beautiful day today. And remember to join our VIP special group. We'll put out games that we also believe to have that right probability of coming out successfully. Do endeavor to join. A link to that will be found in the description of this very video, as well as anywhere you see join channel membership around this very video. You can always find the link to join our VIP special group. All right, that being said, without further ado, we head to the business of today, and we have the first match of today. It is in the German DFB Cup, where we have Eintracht Braunschweig coming up against DFB Stuttgart. All right, and taking a look at the stats for these two sides, you can see that Braunschweig, the home side, have won 3 matches and they have had 2 draws and 1 loss in the last 6 games that they had. And Stuttgart, on the other hand, have won 4 matches out of the last 6 games, and also they have lost 2 games out of those. And when you look at how they fared from home and away perspective, and you could see that the home side in the last 10 home matches have been able to win 4 matches. They've also had 3 draws out of the last 10 home games, and they've lost 3 games out of the last 10 home matches that they have so far. And Stuttgart, on the other hand, their away side is the side who actually have won 5 matches in the last 10 away games, and they've had 3 draws as well as 2 losses. Okay, and we'll put all that together. All right, when we look at the last time they put this bet was already far back at 2017. It was a 1-out draw on that very occasion, but here we are going with the away side Stuttgart to do very well here, knowing that away side Stuttgart is actually in the top flight of the German league, and Braunschweig is not. It's actually in the lower division. So we're going with Stuttgart to do well here, and we expect the away side to win outrightly in this very encounter. So we win. That's our value for that very one. All right. And the next we have for you today is in the UEFA Champions League qualifying match, where we have Kairat Almaty coming up against Celtic. Okay, Kairat have won 3 games and a draw, losing 2 matches in the last 6 games, and Celtic on the other hand have won 4 matches and a draw, losing once in the last 6 games that they had. When you take a look at the performances from home and away basis, Kairat Almaty is a side that have actually had 6 victories and 2 draws, as well as 2 losses in the last 10 home games. And away side Celtic, on the other hand, have actually been able to achieve 6 victories, 2 draws, and 2 losses in the last 10 away matches. And remember, the last meeting between the two sides was actually the first leg of this very tie. We saw them playing out a 0-0 draw. Celtic played from home on that very occasion. That was quite a very surprising outcome for me. And the last away game Celtic had was against Aberdeen. We saw them beating Aberdeen by 2-0 from away. And the last home game for Kairat, we saw them losing it to Zamalek by 3-2 on that very occasion. So here we'll be expecting their away side, even though they actually did not do well in the first leg of this very tie. We are going with their away side Celtic to win in this very encounter. So we expect an away win. That's our value for that very game. Okay. All right. That will take us to the next game for today. It is in the Egypt Premier League. We'll have Zamalek FC will be up against Pharco. And in this one encounter, we'll start looking at the stats for these two sides. You can see that Zamalek FC is a side who have got 4 victories out of the last 6 games. They also have 2 draws. They've not lost a single match in the last 6 matches that they have so far. And Pharco, their away side, have had just 2 draws, losing 4 matches in the last 6 matches that they had. And when you look at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, you can see that Zamalek have won 4 matches. They've also had 4 draws, but have lost 2 matches out of the last 10 home games. And away side Pharco, having won 3 games and a draw in the last 10 away games. They've also lost 6 matches in the last 10 away games. That's not the very best result for a side from away. All right, we will see that the last 3 away games that they have so far, see them losing all 3 away games, against Al Ali and also Zamalek, And Zamalek, on the other hand, had a draw in the last home match. They had a 0-0 draw against the Arab Contractors. And when we look at how the two teams fared on head-to-head basis, we see that Last time they met was in May. It was Zamalek who actually won that very crucial by 2 goals to 0 against Pharco. Prior to that, we saw Zamalek also beating Pharco from away by 1 goal to 0, and followed by a draw. And also, we could see that the last 5 meetings between the two sides have seen Zamalek winning 5 times and drawing 2. There's not been a time Pharco had the opportunity to win against Zamalek. It has always been Zamalek who dominated this very side. So we'll be expecting the home side Zamalek to do very well here and now win out from this very encounter. So home side to win, that's our value for that very one. All right, and we head to the next, which would be the last game for today. It is in Iran Gulf Pro League. We'll have Foolad who will be facing Malavan. Okay, and looking at the stats for Foolad, the home side, they've won 2 games and 2 draws. They've also lost 2 matches in the last 6 matches that they had so far. And Malavan, on the other hand, have won just 1 match. They've had 4 draws as well as 1 loss out of the last 6 games. Okay, and going down to how the two teams perform from home and away perspective, you could see that Foolad, the home side, in the last 10 home matches that they had so far, they've been able to win 7 games out of those 10 home matches that they had. They've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss out of the last 10 home matches. The last one game they had was against Stuttgart. We sort of beating that side by 2 goals to 1. But when you look at the away side, Malavan, the last 10 away games, I've seen them winning 3 matches and drawing 1, and they've also lost 6 matches. The last away game they had was sort of losing out to Stuttgart by 1 goal to 0. That's the away side, the Malavan. All right. When you look at how the two teams fared on head-to-head basis, it was a 1-1 draw the last time both teams met, and prior to that we saw Foolad beating this very side by 2 goals to 1, and it appears to be whenever Foolad is playing from home against this very side, they always appear to win against Malavan each time Foolad plays from home against this very side. Even though the last meeting between the two sides was a 1-1 draw, and we know that the stats are favoring the home side to achieve a result. We do not expect them to lose there. We expect the home side to do very well and win, or either win or draw rather in this very encounter. So it is the home side to either win or draw. And also what I've mentioned is the fact that they do not score lots of goals in this very league. You could see that from the last 10 home matches for the home side, they've never had any over 3.5 goals. So we'll be going with the home side either to win or draw and over 3.5. That's our value for that very encounter. Home win or draw and over 3. That's what we expect. Okay, and that brings it our predictions for you today on Veterans to conclusion. We wish you the very best. Hope your ticket goes green. Also remember to play responsibly at some football matches. They sometimes may not be exactly what it presents. Some other factors might come in to play, like red card and the rest of them. All right, that being said, remember the games that we have for you today will also be on our VIP special group. Or other games that we predict that have that higher probability will be there. All right, don't forget to join. You can always find the link in the description of this very video, as well as anywhere you see join channel around this very video. All right, tomorrow is another day. We'll be back, but until that time, keep winning.